Hey Spirit Tribe, Gigi here with Spirit Readings, and I'm so glad and so happy that you're able to join me here today. Virgo, this is your bonus reading, so thank you so much for having the most likes, the most comments, the most views of any other sign in your, I believe it was your May readings. Thank you so much for running them numbers up. I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. So this is your little bonus as a way to say a big thank you. I really do appreciate all the love that you poured into me in May. So this reading is good for whenever you happen to come across it. It is a timeless reading. So, you know, whenever you come across it is when you are meant to, and there's most likely a message for you here. So please keep in mind that there are so many of us, so not everything may resonate. And that's perfectly okay. You can just set it to the side for someone else or for later even. You know, it may make more sense as events continue to unfold. Anything and everything is possible when we believe. So if it doesn't apply, you just go on ahead and you let her fly. No harm, no foul, no big deal. If you are new here, please keep in mind that I have had strokes. So, you know, that affects my memory. I really struggle sometimes to get my words out or find them. You know, I get tongue-tied. I also have tremors, which can make shuffling a bit difficult, especially when it feels like I'm being zapped in my hands. So when that happens, I drop whatever I'm holding, cards included. I also have glaucoma, so sometimes I do have to bring the cards a little closer to my face so that I can see them properly. So just bear with me, you guys. You know, the message gets out the way that it is meant to eventually, right? Okay. Everything that you need to know about me, about this channel, you can find that in the description down below, especially if you would like to book a personal private reading with me, which I would absolutely love. I love being able to connect with you guys one-on-one. It really does bring a lot of joy to my life. And, you know, so make sure you're checking that description box down below. You may hear some background noise. I do have a fan going. It is really hot here, so the fan's the only thing I have to keep myself cool in here, so I'm gonna use it, right? So okay, we're just gonna throw cards. We're gonna see what messages come out here for you, Virgo, or if you're just wanting to check in on a Virgo, hello and welcome as well. So all right, let's see what you are meant to know. Spirit, thank you for your guidance, your wisdom, and your truth in all matters and in all things and at all times and in all ways. What is it that Virgo needs to know here, Spirit? Your messages for Virgo. All right. Oh, we got the Two of Cups showing up here. So love is available to you if you are open and ready to receive it. You know, they start out the journey, you know, here, and eventually they get to king and queen status, right? Or the Ten of Cups, you know, too, where you have your happily ever after. You got the Ace of Wands coming in here as well. You got the Seven of Cups coming in here. You know, aces are all about new beginnings, new opportunities, you know, being made available to us. Cups is water. Water is the power of our emotions, and wands is fire. Fire is the power of taking action. You also have the Six of Swords coming in here. Let's see, what else do you need to know here? Oh, and you have the King of Pentacles. So Pentacles is earth. That is your element. You have all four elements showing up here. So Pentacles is Earth. Earth is the power of your physical body, being more present in your own life, you guys. So let's see, Two of Cups. So two is also duality and balance. So, you know, maybe you're still trying to find your balance, your peace, your harmony, right, as you're trying to merge your life with that of someone else. So, you know, much like the Lover's card, it represents a strong connection, an attraction, or some kind of common bond. It could be a marriage, a union, a deep friendship, or even partnership, you know, two people partnering up for their greatest good, right? It can also represent a truce or forgiving someone close to you. So, you know, don't hold grudges here. It portrays a man and a woman sharing their emotions as represented by their cups. So, you know, they're each holding their own cup, and their cups are overflowing, and they're merging them to create something beautiful, wonderful, and amazing. And, you know, the feeling is one of a romantic or even sexual attraction. And, you know, it looks like there's a little fairy right there blessing their union. Like, yes, you know, like it's fate, it's destiny that you have come together when you have, right? We also have Ace of Wands showing up here, which represents a new creative venture or opportunity, inspiration, ambition, and potential. So, you know, but you got to plant that seed of potential in good, fertile soil, you guys, you know, let it burn, you know, even, you know, and when I say let it burn, it's not like in a bad way, it's in a good way where you're fueling your own inner fire. What are you passionate about? Let it keep moving you forward. You know, it's literally encouraging you to move forward toward a goal with enthusiasm and confidence. You know, it's time to harness this creative energy and move forward, putting your fears aside in order to cultivate your dream. What is it that you want? You know, what is your happily ever after? How does it look to you? You know, if you're not in love with someone, you know, maybe you're in love with their mind, you know, like their business mindset. You know, we got the King of Pentacles showing up here. So maybe you're in love with the fact that they're business savvy and they're able to help you get your business off the ground. Maybe that's what you're in love with, you know, and there's no wrong or right, right? Okay, so don't get too worried about it. All right, you have the Seven of Cups. So, you know, this is about using your imagination and following your dreams, but it can also be flights of fancy. So this indicates that the person in question here, and could be yourself or could be someone you're wondering about, is scattering their energies or is dealing with too many options. So it represents living in a dream world, avoiding responsibilities and creating illusions. You know, don't delulu yourself, and don't let anyone else delulu you either, right? This woman here is hitching a ride on the back of this dragon as she flies, you know, this sprite. So I guess that's a sprite there as well. So you got two of them showing up here. Offers her a cup, but she doesn't reach for it. You know, she refuses to touch ground and face her true emotions. She's perfectly content where she remains, flying through the clouds, you know, has her head up in the clouds. I started hearing that song, Peter Pan, I think is what it was called. You'll never grow up, you know, you're just Peter Pan. I can't remember who sings that song now, but I really like it. So maybe Maybe look that song up, because that's what it feels like, you know. Someone, whether it's you or someone you're dealing with, doesn't want to grow up, doesn't want to take responsibility. And, you know, what's in these cups, you know, they could all be wonderful things, but you have to be willing to make a choice. And, you know, when you fly around with your head in the clouds or your head in the sand, that's also a choice, you guys, you know, and it's choosing to, you know, not grow up, not take responsibility. And, you know, you won't get very far in life like that. So, all right, up next we have the Six of Swords coming in. So, you know, you could be in a period of transition here, and, you know, you're moving away from something in your past. As you can see, she is dropping these heavy burdens here, you know, and it's a battle in the mind. Air is, you know, the power of the mind. Swords is air element. So, you know, yeah, there's a real sense of sadness. Maybe that's part of the reason you're just like flying around and like, I ain't making no choice right now. Maybe because you're healing, you know, that could be another thing as well. You know, and there's a sense of sadness because you're leaving something behind, something that really meant so very much to you, something, someone, someplace even, but also, you know, there's anticipation for the journey forward. So, you know, you can be excited and sad all at the same time, you guys. And, you know, this person here looks to see 6 birds flying towards her, and, you know, the clouds are parting. So she is gaining clarity. She is gaining truth. She does have hope that better is up ahead of her. And, you know, these clouds are parting. They're giving way to the light as she's leaving her swords behind her. So, you know, I feel like she may still have one sword on her, her sword of truth, to cut through any lies, BS, deception as she moves forward. Like, I will not be caught, you know, unprepared, off guard. You know, again, I learned my lessons. I learned them the hard way. So come at me, bro. I'll chop, chop, chop. All right, you have the King of Pentacles showing up here. So your own element of earth showing up for you here, you guys. Make sure you're present, you know, in your life. Make sure you're showing up for your loved ones. Make sure you're showing up for yourself. All right, so, you know, this represents prosperity, success, ambition, and security. The king here, he is reliable, he is generous, skillful, knowledgeable in practical matters. He's trustworthy, he's steadfast, and he is enterprising. He is about his business. He knows, you know, how to get it off the ground, all the things to do. So, you know, he's seated upon his ancient tree throne, and he holds a crystal scepter in his right hand. So, you know, right hand, a masculine, you know, doing, you know, kings are leadership and structure. They are building the foundation. You know, you want that strong, steady foundation underneath you so that you can build your empire. And, you know, although the King of Pentacles is not overly sentimental, he is a loving and kind man. He will treat you right. You know, he will treat you like the king or queen you are. So, you know, I feel like it is your divine counterpart coming in here, you guys. Yeah, you have to be willing to come down from the clouds. You have to be willing to drop your heavy burdens and leave the past behind. You have to be willing to help yourself, you know, take action and continue forward, you know, because there are better days, brighter days up ahead of you. So I think that is what Spirit wants you to know the most. You can have it all. You can have your happily ever after, however it looks to you personally. If you can dream it and believe it, you can absolutely achieve it. So believe in yourself 100%. Bet on yourself 100%. All right, Virgo, these were your messages. I hope you enjoyed them. If you did, please drop me a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you smash the heck out of that like button, that old thumbs up button down there. You know, hit it with the razzle dazzle. If you haven't already and you find you keep coming back here, please subscribe to the channel, you guys. That truly means so very much to me. I love growth. I love expansion. I love being able to interact with you guys. You know, it really does bring a lot of joy to my life. You are part of the teamwork that makes this dream work, and I absolutely love and appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope this message finds you well. I hope you are happy, healthy, knowing that you are worthy of your dream life, that you deserve to have good things simply because you exist. All right, you guys, from the bottom of my heart, I love and appreciate each and every single one of you, and I want to say thank you. Blessed be, namaste, and goodbye.